real difficulties. His approval rating is down to 41%. I mean, anytime you're below 50, it's always a big question. When your re-elect is below 50, that's when you take on a senator, a congressman, a president. He's down to 41. If it drops much lower than that, it's going to really be almost disaster time for him. So I believe the White House, although they're not going to say this, is feeling, I'm not going to call it panic, but they're feeling a certain kind of anxiety about this because the numbers don't look very good for him. So what do they have going for them? They have the presidency. They have a president who's an extraordinary campaigner. He's a gifted campaigner. I don't happen to think he's a very good president, but I think he is an extraordinary politician as a campaigner. And I think they've made their choice as to how they're going to run this campaign. They're going to try to appeal to the middle class, and they're going to run this as a middle class against the rich campaign. I don't like that. I think that's bad for America. I think dividing is not the way to really build this country. Look, but dividing could be a way to win an election. Elections have been won before that way. So I think that's the choice they've made, and they're going to be very, very, I think, very disciplined and very focused on that. And that's where Republicans have to consider, well, who would be our best candidate if they're going to do this class warfare kind of campaign? Who would be our best candidate to take on Obama?
Yeah, and what's the answer? Who would be, do you think?
Well,
if that is the battleground?
I think that's why Newt Gingrich is doing better than people ever expected. I mean, Newt has his negatives. We all know them. They got explored ad infinitum in the debate the other night. But one of the strengths that he has is he's got a common touch. He's able to talk to people. He comes from a poor family, understands poverty from that point of view. He doesn't come from the American elite. It's going to be hard to paint him that way. A lot of other ways you can paint him, but you can't paint him that way.
I mean, it would be an amazing comeback if Newt Gingrich was to win the nomination now, because in the summer he was absolutely dead and buried, wasn't he? I mean, he admits himself he was on every radio show. The first question was, given that you're now dead, Newt, what do you think about Mitt Romney? So, I mean, it's been unbelievable.
It has.
But,
but it is history. It is history repeating itself. This is what happened to me. I mean, this is what happened to John McCain. Yeah. I thought John McCain was out of it. In one debate, I said that if I weren't running, I'd be supporting John McCain. I probably said that in part out of conviction. I happen to admire John McCain immensely. He's always been a hero of mine. But I also probably said it because I thought John was out of it, and I was just kind of complimenting because I'm hoping to get his support. And then John just rose from the ashes, took the nomination from Huckabee, from me, from Romney, and he did it in about a 4-week period. And I mean, we kind of have a tendency to do this as Republicans. So what Newt has to do now, he's got to build an organization for himself so that he can take this popular enthusiasm he has, and then he can convert it into wins when you get even past Florida.